Good morning. Today we're going to do a quick video. We are getting ready to pack up to leave to run out of town to my parents' house for the weekend. My dad is having a heart procedure tomorrow, so excuse the mess behind me. That is us gathering our things to get loaded up and get ready to go. And in the process, I am making some sticky buns to take to help with breakfasts while we are gone, or while we're there. Since he'll be in the hospital, we have to be there early tomorrow morning. And then Saturday, he has to stay overnight. So I'm making some sticky buns to take with us just to kind of help out. And I know my parents will love them. So I thought I would take you along. This is my cinnamon roll recipe. I've already done the dough. It is rising. Didn't film that because I already have a video on those cinnamon rolls. I will link it down below. And right now I have the caramel sauce on the stove. That's why I'm trying to stir with one hand and talk to you with the other. And then I'm about to show you what we're about to do. Okay, so on the stove here, I have the caramel sauce going. In this pot, I put 2 cups of dark brown sugar, 1 stick of butter, 1 cup of heavy cream, 2 pinches of salt, and then I've got to bring all of this to a boil, which is what I'm trying to get done now. And then once it boils, I will stand here and constantly stir it for 5 to 7 minutes and let it cook until it thickens. Then I'm gonna take it off the heat and add in 2 tablespoons of vanilla, and that will be the end of the sauce. And then what I'm going to do is, once I get this done and off the heat, the cinnamon roll dough is in this bowl here. It is finishing up rising. I'm gonna roll those out just like normal. I already have the cinnamon filling in the bowl ready to go, ready to spread it out. And I think I'm gonna drizzle some of the caramel in with the filling once I get the filling spread on before I roll them up. Then I'm gonna slice them and I'm gonna put them in some muffin tins with this caramel sauce. Some of them I will have pecans on. Some of them I'm gonna leave off because Daddy does not care for pecans and neither does Colson. So they can have some without pecans and the rest of us can have pecans if we want them. Look, it's starting to boil. So we're almost there. And then once it boils, I will set a timer for like 6 minutes, 7 minutes. I think it was 7 minutes I did this last time. Look, now it's boiling. Okay, so I'm gonna set a timer. I already have my oven set, ready to go. All right, and I'm gonna stand here, stir this constantly. Don't walk away from it for these 7 minutes, and we'll be right back. Okay, so that's over here. I'm gonna let that cool for just a minute while I spray these muffin tins. If you saw my Pop Shelf video, this is where I got them at Pop Shelf. They're the jumbo ones, but they're kind of shallow. And the last time I made these, I put a little too much caramel. And then by the time the cinnamon rolls rose, it overflowed into the bottom of the oven. So I'm gonna give that just a second to cool just a minute before I add the vanilla while I spray these. And then move this over to the other countertop and get these over here. And then we will put caramel in all of them and then some pecans in one and leave pecans out of the other. And then we are gonna roll up the cinnamon rolls, cut them and set them in here. Okay, so we got about a tablespoon, not a lot, just enough to kind of cover the bottom of the caramel in both of these pans. And in this one I put chopped pecans in there also, and this one we're going to leave it without. So you can do it either way. If you're allergic to nuts or you just don't like nuts, you can totally leave them out and just be caramel sticky buns. And then there's still a good bit left, and as it cools it will thicken. So this is good. You can use it for ice cream or whatever you want to use it for, and you can store it in a jar like in the refrigerator after it's cooled all the way down, and then just heat it back up and stir it to serve it. So we've got that in there, and then I've just got the cinnamon rolls rolled out and the filling in it. This is the normal cinnamon roll filling. And now I think I'm gonna try to drizzle this in here. I'm not gonna do a lot. I'm just gonna do a little bit. Of course, now Willow wants to go outside. Ooh, I just made a mess. All right, now I'm still gonna leave some because when they come out of the oven, I'm gonna pour this all over the top of them while they're warm. So set it over there. I'm gonna get a spoon because I just poured a whole lake of it over here by accident. See if I can spread it around a little bit. The last time I made these was the first time I made them to try them. I did not put the caramel on the inside like this. I meant to and completely forgot because out of force of habit, I just rolled them up after I put this filling on. I meant to put the caramel and some chopped pecans and I forgot those until I had already rolled them up and sliced them. And of course, at that point, it was too late. All right, so now it's kind of all mixed in with the cinnamon and sugar mixture. So we'll see, maybe it won't overflow. I don't think on the cinnamon roll video you got to see this part because of where I had the camera. Very gently. It's gonna ooze out probably. Oops. That's what I was afraid of.
If it's oozy, that means it's good.
Yeah, that's true. I'm just gonna try to trap it in there like that as best I can. It's probably still gonna ooze out when I go to cut it. And if I seal off the ends, maybe it won't. Probably will though. And I'm just gonna put a little more flour up under here. I have to clean this kitchen before we leave. And roll it like this. It is so gooey. Okay, I think I'm gonna, to make it easier, just like this. Makes it easy. That way I'm gonna go across the kitchen. Let's hope it doesn't ooze. Yep. This is not the best knife. Look at that.
Yum.
Okay, so we're just gonna start putting them in there before we have a mess. Okay, so that's the one without pecans. Look at this mess. It's okay, we're not gonna waste it. We're just gonna. I should have gotten my other knife for this. When I made them last time, Bailey ate too.
Yep.
And we'll just have to see how this one goes with them, with the caramel on the inside. I mean, it can't be bad, right? And this is why this towel looks like it does. Because I'm about to cover these in that towel again, and all of this is gonna get all over that towel.
Threats.
I'm gonna set this over here on top of this warm stove. Cover them up. Let them rise for 30 minutes while we finish putting clothes in the suitcases. And then I'm gonna put a cookie sheet underneath them and the shelf above them in the oven, just in case they ooze out. And then when they come out, we're gonna flip them over upside down into a pan and pour the rest of this caramel sauce all over them. So nothing's wasted. I'm gonna put this under them just in case they spill. Yep. There we go. Those are yummy. Let me get them out. Invert them.
Why do you flip them upside down?
I'm turning them out.
Ooh.
And we're gonna.
That's interesting. Yeah, Billy? Hot?
Yep.
How many degrees did you put them at?
350.
Whoa, that's hot.
I'm not gonna waste this. I'm gonna get all this yummy chopping. This pan had the pecans. That pan did not. Okay.
Wow. Look at that goodness. How come you guys get extra caramel? Never mind.
You getting that, Colton?
Mm-hmm. Why? The delicious goodness? Yeah. Of course I'm getting it. Look
Now
at
on
that.
the pecan one.
You're gonna pour more pecans?
I'm gonna use what's left of it.
They look kind of like just like crumbs at this point.
So you can have it with pecans or without. And we're just gonna put them in here so they don't dry out. Pack them up. Time to go.